Welcome to the third video in the series, Bring Your Family Together, with a focus on family business. I'm Gerald Eefting. In this video, we're going to talk about succession and developing contributing leaders. Let's get to it. Vision. Emotional governance is the foundation for clarity, inspiration, and empowerment to ensure the future. Emotional governance is the agreement of how we're going to behave together, especially around the vision of the future. One of the largest fears that I hear around succession is this: what if this was all for nothing? What if all my hard work is just wasted and it's all for nothing? Nearly every study that I've read has about the same stats, is that nearly 90% of all wealthy families lose their wealth within 3 generations. And it's across cultures, as you can tell from the different statements: shirt sleeves to shirt sleeves, clogs to clogs, rice paddies to rice paddies. The father buys, the son builds, the grandchild sells, and his son begs. And we want to change that narrative to developing stewards of the family, developing stewards of the family wealth. And I'm hoping that for your family, you could read this statement: there is a dynamic, rising generation that is equipped to create a stronger, more success-filled future, better than we or I could even dream. And you can change the narrative with a focus on the intellectual and emotional development of the human capital of your family members, the next or rising generation. Succession may not be a business. It may be a transfer of funds or financial interests, but the focus should still be on the stewardship of the overall family and the family wealth. Succession is a journey with the choices determined by the family's shared vision, shared mission, shared values, part of that emotional governance. What adversity could some families be facing? Well, identifying the next leader or leaders, sibling rivalry, pressure for an individual or individuals to stay involved and be part of the business, pressure to lead the business and to meet those expectations that are a part of that. No exit plan developed for family. Conflict of value of the business. How much is that business actually worth? Conflict of ownership division, the fair versus equal. A great example of this is 2 siblings. One's heavily engaged in the day-to-day of the business. The other one's not engaged at all. And the matriarch, patriarch, the founders of the business are now looking to transfer the ownership. Well, is it 50-50 ownership between the 2 children, or is one more than the other? What's fair? What's equal? Is it always the same? Another adversity, fear of letting go. And the last one, I get asked a lot: when to inform your children of the wealth or the financial capital? When to talk about the transfer? When to talk about the details? At what age do you talk to your children? Should I talk to my children at all? Those are all great questions. A couple of different perspectives. One around the transfer is developing the stewards, to provide a means for the next generation to be even more useful, to leave it better than how you got it. Second one is family as an enterprising group, a wealth creating enterprise in itself. Because businesses can come and most go, but if we focus on the family itself as an enterprising group, this will create longevity. And this is from John Davis in one of the recent podcasts that I've seen. Businesses can come and most go, but if we focus on the family itself as an enterprising group, this will create longevity. Family as an enterprising group, what will it take? Well, willing to be agile, willing to be flexible, willing to be open and look at things with an open mind. New ideas are encouraged. You're not stuck with the same old story. The same business will not meet the future generation's wants and needs. And if you think about, even as a family grows between children and then grandchildren and great-grandchildren, that the same business will not meet the needs of that larger family the way it is even today. Develop and become stewards of assets and family values. Develop wealth creators. What a great concept. Develop wealth creators. And you must have a compelling family mission, flexible and continue to pursue growth and adding value in numerous ways. And the final one, family unity is vital. For a family as an enterprising group to work, family unity is vital. So the rising generation, who is the next successor? Well, what do? Formalize the conditions. Create opportunities for development. Create opportunities for leadership. Focus areas. Financial maturity and basic business education. Job experience. Do they need to have work experience elsewhere before joining the business, the family business? Intellectual education for leadership roles. Intellectual education for ownership and ownership roles. And ultimately as well, the emotional development, the personal growth of each family member, and the self-mastery. Leadership. It means different things to different people. If I asked people to define leadership, you would come up with a lot of different definitions. For me, a leader should be committed to making a difference. What I would look for in a leader is strong character, inspiring and empowering others into action, accountability and responsibility. They feel safe as an individual, safe in their family and other relationships. They desire to contribute and make it better, regardless of title or position, which is a key. Steward of the family wealth, and we'll talk about the family wealth equation in just a minute, with a focus on leaving it better than when they received it. With the Veritas Family Office, we often talk about the family wealth equation, and it ultimately is this: family wealth equals financial capital plus human capital plus social capital. Financial capital being the financial interests, financial assets. Human capital, each individual member of your family. Social capital, the relationships of your family, including the brand and reputation of the family. So again, family wealth equals financial capital plus human capital plus social capital. So what is your family wealth? Succession and contributing leaders. Impact. Stewardship, when it includes contribution, improves the bottom line and ensures legacy. Work with meaning results in better work. Some key questions for you. What would be the impact of having a stewardship mentality in your family? What is the vision of the future needs of the family enterprise? What is the vision of the future needs of the business? What criteria must be met to be employed by the business? What criteria must be met to lead the business? How will you prepare the next or the rising generation? What if someone does not want to become? You fill in the blank, whatever it is for you. What if someone does not want to become? Some great key questions for you to take away and to ponder. So, how do you feel? How are things for you? What value has this video created for you? What will you commit to performing in the next week? Is there any action that you need to take? If you want to explore the succession and developing contributing leaders more, feel free to contact me. My email is below. And I'm looking forward to the next video. And until then, take care, stay safe.